Hi, I'm Mike Miller. Hope you're having a great day. Thanks so much for watching the shows that I do here for North Texas Music Scene. I really appreciate all the people that have come down here to do music shows and all the talent. And my guest today is a very adventurous guy who adds culture to the local scene, and I'm honored to have Patrick Hamilton here today, man. How you doing?
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good. So how's everything been going for you lately?
Lately, pretty good, pretty well.
Yeah. You've been pretty busy at open mics and things like that, and you support a lot of people. You show up, and you play Matt Grigsby's songs sometime.
Not in public yet, but
Working on them, yeah.
Matt Grigsby is definitely a big influence in my music, as are a lot of people in Denton. Garrett Phelps, Joe Stack, yourself, pretty much everybody I run into in Denton. I kind of started out learning by going to open mics and supporting people here in Denton.
Yeah.
And then kind of messed around with the guitar at home.
Yeah. And he just started an open mic at Andy's, a songwriter round.
It's a singer-songwriter showcase.
Yeah, yeah.
Has some real talent up there at Andy's.
That's for sure.
I think he's doing that every Wednesday or Thursday, right?
Yeah. So
Thursday.
you've been up to the West Coast the last few months. You went up to Portland or Washington, up in that area.
I got to see Oregon for the first time this year, and a little bit of the Northern California that I hadn't seen. Worked on a farm.
Really?
Worked on a farm up there for a short time. But yeah, it was good to see the California again. I spent the last couple of years on the eastern United States, building up, doing my first show, building up a reputation and meeting people out there.
Yeah. It was in West Virginia. You were at a hotel there, played at a...
Oh yeah, in Sistersville, West Virginia.
Sistersville,
it's a little out of the way river town. I found that my first year there. And I went back last year and played my first show. And this year I'll play my first music festival in Virginia. For George, one of the guys I met up there, DJ Perspective. He's going to be promoting me. I'll hopefully record my first real album in DC and do a music festival in Virginia and see a bunch of friends up in Ohio and stuff. But it was good to get back to the West Coast this year.
Yeah. What really inspires you when you begin to write a song?
At this point, I still feel like I'm a toddler in songwriting because everything's very autobiographical. So it's all mostly about, I joke, I say I only have two kinds of song, broken heart songs and travel songs. So
those are good categories, yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. Well, you're humble, but you're a good entertainer when you get up there. You just deliver songs well. And
I think I'm a better live performer.
Put people in a good mood and things like that. Seems like you always are upbeat and...
well, thank you. Thanks.
And you have a background in dance as well earlier in your life?
Yeah, I kind of...
A lot of people don't know that about you, yeah.
Kind of all over the spectrum here. I studied dance when I was younger and started actually at UNT under Teresa Cooper and James Clouser when he was there.
Yeah.
And studied dance, went on, got scholarships to New York and to Moscow, and was studying ballet primarily. And then I taught ballet for almost 10 years.
Really?
And danced with a few companies, including Dallas Metropolitan and stuff. And then...
Did you play guitar back then?
No.
Yeah.
No, but music's always been a big part of my life. I mean,
and with dance,
grew up listening to classical music and stuff. And
really, yeah.
Everything. I think the only thing we were allowed to listen to when I was a kid was classical music or the oldies station.
Oh, really? Yeah. Your dad is an engineer?
No, my dad was a truck driver.
Oh, really?
So, and my mom homeschooled me. So.
Yeah, really.
And after the dance, I went off and started a family, and ended up enlisting in the Army Corps of Engineers. spent a little time in the Army, enjoyed that job, and got out and had some big life-changing events happen a couple of years later, and I ended up on my own trying to decide to find some purpose or why I'm here or what I'm here to do, and just started traveling the country. Went out to California and spent some time on the ocean. It's a good place to sort things out. Came back home, and you spend enough time in Denton, you hang around enough musicians, and you pick up a guitar eventually and say, "Hey, show me a chord," and that's kind of how it started. So
Yeah.
and then the last 3.5 years of traveling, I've traveled with a guitar, picking it up as I go, playing some songs, writing some songs.
And you're in a movie that's being shot here in Denton, the Drano zombie movie.
Yeah,
Cody's
Cody's
Smith.
Yeah, Cody Smith
Yeah.
is directing it, and there's a lot of good people working, helping to make that thing come together, and including some good actors, and my friend Andy Aerosmith's kind of coaching some of the acting and doing a lot of the makeup, or doing all the makeup and effects and stuff. They're all just good people. I love coming home because in Denton you can always find just good people to hang out with. So
Yeah. You say he gives acting lessons and
Andy kind of does some acting coaching for us
yeah.
and stuff, and he has a haunt out at Goatman's Bridge.
Oh, really?
Yeah, one of the haunted places here.
Yeah.
in the area. So you might go out there and see some monsters and ghosts that are the product of his imagination.
Really? Yeah.
But that's an interesting. Yeah, that's going to be a fun project. I think they shoot that I think we shot the trailer a couple weeks ago, and I think it's the whole thing should be done sometime in March, maybe,
Really?
or something.
Yeah. I look forward to that.
Yeah, I think it'll be cool.
Yeah. He was on the show, and he's a very talented man.
Oh yeah, he is. Yeah.
You've also been playing at, you recently played at Jack's Tavern.
For Real Texas Radio show, they have a thing every Wednesday, and if you're a musician, whether you play covers or originals, and it doesn't matter if you're somebody in the area, in the Denton area, that's a good opportunity there. Go down there Wednesdays and talk to Shawno. And
He's a musician too and has a band.
yeah,
Yeah.
and he does the radio show there for Real Texas Radio there.
Yeah, I was checking that out the other day. I don't know if I know him, but
It's like Red Dirt Country, I think.
yeah.
And
Is that like Oklahoma style country music, or the Red Dirt is like around the
I don't know. You know, from
Red River?
I don't know.
I don't either.
I can tell you from experience, you dig deep enough in Arkansas to New Mexico, and you hit red dirt everywhere. We call it Indian clay.
Really?
so I don't
some
know.
in North Louisiana.
But it's definitely country, I guess. So
Yeah.
and then also another good opportunity if you're performing is Ellie Myers open mic.
Yes.
Over at the DentonRadio.com.
Tuesday night, yeah.
At the Visitor Center on the Square, Tuesday night, 6 to 9. And
Yeah, she does a great job with that.
Yeah.
And that's, you get to play 20 minutes,
yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, and Ellie Myers, another
A great musician, songwriter.
another influence of mine for sure.
Yeah.
Just finding out that you know, as far as like I was writing beforehand, but picking up a guitar, it was an inspiration to see people like you know, Ellie Meyer and Matt Grigsby that are just fantastic singer-songwriters here in town, as well as people like, you know, Tom Waits and Leonard Cohen and stuff, and learning some good musical history. You know, to see them taking 2 or 3 chords and writing really well-written words and making it a song, and so I really like it. I'm doing it 3 years later still, so I really like the songwriting thing.
Yeah, and things are booming around here in Denton. It seems like just more and more places are opening up.
Coming up on the, which I think also is at the end of March. I can't think of the dates right now, but Denton's first folk music festival
Oh, yeah.
is in at the end of March, and
Now, is that put on by the Songwriter Guild?
that is put on by the Denton Songwriters Guild, and you can just Facebook Denton Songwriters Guild, and it'll come up. And
That's when now, that festival?
it's in March.
March,
In
okay.
March.
Yeah.
I'm not really part of the putting all that together, but
Yeah.
you know, friends of mine are.
Yeah. Well, that's great. I'm glad they're doing that.
Looking forward to it.
Oh,
Definitely.
yeah.
There's
Where
loads,
are they
loads of
going to
talent
have
here in
that?
town. Huh?
Where are they having that, actually?
I've just forgotten the venue.
Yeah,
I can't think
that's a
of.
venue here in town.
Yeah, it'll be local. It's all local entertainers. I think I might be speaking too soon, but I think Levi Cobb and them are going to be. I think it's all going to be local entertainers, and it's Denton's first folk music festival. Denton's first.
That's great. The Songwriter Guild has been growing and growing.
Oh yeah, it's Songwriter Guild meets on a.
Wednesday.
The next one is the 15th, but yeah, it's like the
15th.
third. It's like the third Wednesday
Of each month.
of the month at Agua Dulce, or Mexican Sweetwater.
And
uh,
sometimes at Landon's house. Landon Taylor.
Oh yeah, once in a while, but usually
Yeah.
it's there. And you can check Denton Songwriter Guild on Facebook, and Matt's pretty good Matt or Aaron are pretty good at posting
things.
up there to let you know where the next meeting is. We draw a prompt out of the hat and write a song for it, or inspired by it.
Yeah.
The next meeting, and it's open and free to the public. You don't even have to be a songwriter. A lot of people come.
People at any level, yeah.
I've seen people that have been like, picking and grinning and writing songs for a long time there, and locally famous people gigging all over the place, and then Landon Taylor, I'm playing a show with him later. He's one of those people that I met there that doesn't really gig around town. That's kind of why I wanted to rope him into playing with me so that I could do something with him. But
He's a teacher, I believe.
yeah, well, and then there's as a matter of fact, speaking of Landon, his wife I don't think she had written a song before she started coming to the
Yeah.
meetings. And there's a couple of those people too that didn't really write songs until they came to a few meetings and
Yeah.
stuff. So
I heard some of hers. That she was really good. I thought the lyrics she came up with, and she played piano with it or something, I think.
I really am enjoying the people at the Songwriter Guild, as well as if we're plugging people, the Denton Poets Assembly, Denton Poets Assembly. We've got some good poets there, and they meet at the library once a month. But there's an open mic that changes location too. But I really enjoyed working with lots of local writers.
Yeah.
This is the place. There's a reason why I winter here.
Yeah.
47 states and all kinds of cities in the last 4 years, and I come to Denton every year for a few months because this is a place where I can sit down my guitar and absorb all that talent and listen to people and hear some writing that's not my own.
Yeah.
I love the road. It's good for me for writing, but I get tired of my own songs and I get tired of my own poems and can only read. I just like the exposure here.
Oh yeah. Well, that's very important to listen to others and see what creative things they come up with.
Put fuel back in the tank. So
Oh yeah. And also Steve's Wine Bar.
Steve's Wine Bar. That's where the kitchen sink, the Denton Poets Assembly's open mic. That's where they held it last week.
Oh,
I'm not
really?
sure if it's going to be a regular thing there.
Yeah.
I'd never been there. Steve's Wine Bar is real nice. People that run it there, the couple, they're real cool.
And Dorothy's Kitchen, that's a place where...
Dorothy's Kitchen has officially closed down.
Oh, have they?
Till further notice or whatever.
Yeah.
But
Probably need another grant or something. I don't know.
I think it was all independently operated. I mean, it was
Really?
all on donations, people
Volunteers.
volunteering their time and people donating food and stuff. It's a really good thing there. I was really excited to see it open last year, and really sad to play at the closing.
Oh,
of
you
it.
played at the closing?
The closing of it this year, yeah.
They have good food there, and anybody
they
could
did.
participate in cooking.
It was
things
really
like
good
that.
food, and it was all donated food or from the garden. Denton, we have the
Oh, yeah.
Denton here has like the largest community garden in the country or something.
Really?
Yeah, look that up.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
I didn't realize that, but that's great. Dog Days Music Fest, that's the one in Virginia.
Yeah,
You're
it's
playing in
I'm gonna play my first music festival this summer.
June 15th, yeah.
Yeah, I think I actually play on the 17th. It's like a 4-day music festival
Yeah.
in Ivangor, Virginia. I think
Really?
is the name of it, but up in Virginia. Yeah, I'll be the I'll be the front man for a band. I think the band I'm playing with is a friend of mine, a Facebook friend of mine. I haven't actually met him. Brad. It's White Noise. And I'm
Really?
pretty sure I'm gonna be playing with a couple of those guys, or they're gonna loan me some talent, and I'll try to keep up and sing my words with the band behind me to people out there, and it's gonna be a new thing for me, but it's exciting.
You met a lot of people up there on some of those rivers, were you saying?
Yeah, I've met a lot of people everywhere.
Yeah.
Different. My MO the last 4 years, I think, has been just go somewhere I haven't been, meet some people I haven't met, get there some way that I haven't gotten there before. So I've had the opportunity both on the East Coast and West Coast to kayak rivers, to hike the coast, to hitchhike. A trucker picked me up one time, and I rode around with him all over the country for about 6 weeks.
Really?
I also 3 years ago hiked 1,000 miles of the California coast, and
How many miles would you walk in a day?
oh, it depends.
Yeah.
On the West Coast, in the middle of that, which took all summer, the middle of that 1,000 miles, sometimes I was doing a good 28 or 30 miles, which is like a horse's day.
Yeah.
With a guitar and a rucksack, and then by late June the next year in Georgia, hiking through the Everglades and the swamplands, I was lucky to make it 4 or 5 miles a day.
Yeah.
It's just the heat and everything getting to you.
Were the mosquitoes bad?
Mosquitoes are horrible. And the gnats were mainly
gnats.
the thing. In Georgia, I learned that in southern Georgia, everybody just kind of has
Does
this
like that, yeah.
this tick where they just talk like this. And I wonder if they do it everywhere, because it's just such a, well, just not even,
So
because
many
they come in
gnats.
swarms.
Yeah.
Oh, it was horrible. Every mile, I'd drink a gallon of water, drop my bags, cuss at the gnats, and lose my mind for about 20 minutes, and then pick it all back up and walk another mile, and then drop my bag and put down my guitar, drink a gallon of water, cuss at the gnats, and lose my mind all over again. And then so it was slow going. It was slow going on the east.
But I bet that is deeply therapeutic to do something like that. That kind of adventure,
That's
and really get in
definitely
touch
not
with
the
nature.
highlight of my last 4 years, but it is, I did it, and the people down there are great. When
Yeah.
you come across these towns, that's what I found about taking not taking the main road. I like hopping trains. I hopped trains to the West Coast from California and a little bit up and down California. I like being on the river, but trains and the river, trains and kayaking are both so isolated. You isolate yourself away
Yeah,
from everything. Hitchhiking is really fast and really direct along the highway, but I really do like walking, and so I like the middle ground, walking along these U.S. highways that that kind of meander all over the place, and you run into towns every 10 or 15 or 20 miles.
Probably on the historic routes. a
Little
lot of
bitty
times.
towns where I can play on the only corner in town, play at the only 2 bars in town, and then move on down the road, and really nice places. Ohio's really been good to me. I really enjoy the people up in Ohio.
Did you
From
like
Cleveland to Sandusky there.
Hunter Thompson?
Hunter Thompson. Yeah, Hunter Thompson, good rider.
Have you read much of him, or
Yeah,
just his
yeah.
lifestyle was
And
interesting?
I like all the beatnik authors too, the Kerouacs and Ginsberg, and yeah, I was really into that for a while. I enjoyed
Well,
it.
let me get out of the way and let you play some music for us. And is there anything else you want to mention?
Not anything that comes to mind.
Okay. Well, I appreciate it. And you guys stay tuned to check out Patrick Hamilton singing and playing some music for you. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great day.
This is called Just a Song. I picked up this old guitar a couple of years ago and just started walking when I had nowhere to go. Don't know where I'm headed, I don't want to join no band, but I'll see the end of every road before I die if I can. Somewhere down this road I'm on, someone's feeling just as alone. And if I sing loud enough, this could be more than just a song. I've seen friends and lovers and children all pass away. I felt like an old man at the age of 28. When I get the feeling lonely and wishing for a life I had, I sit down on the corner, strum a while and put out a hat. I don't know no Jesus, but if you a praying man, put in a good word for me, which God had helped this traveling man. Now I ain't say all this for pity, I don't need nothing from you. Somewhere out there, someone feeling like I do. Somewhere down this road I'm on, someone's feeling just as alone. And if I sing loud enough, this could be more than just another song. Brighter note here. Sing a song about a single mom I met here in Texas. It's called Sandra's Song. Stevie's buying a prom dress, her mama's paying the bills. Both are looking for work now, a life in the rebuild. I made it through the summer with the sand and the sun. In the cold winter months, their love keeps them warm. Making things work out seems to come so easily. For the girls now living down at Hard Luck Street. each other battle a storm, and wearing life scars so gracefully. Time spent is always a pleasure, with the girls now laughing down at Hard Luck Street. I was just passing through when they took me in. I hope I'll make it back there to see them again. We all know that the road's where I belong. Making good time, I'll always roam. Another stretch of mile that I call home. If ever down in Texas, you know where you'll find me. Living, laughing, and making the best of things with the girls down there on Hard Luck Street. Do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do. This one's called Yellow Lines. I'm heading north of 65, watching trees change color. Miles just fly on by. I'm heading back towards Colorado. I'll breathe that west coast air, no telling where I'll sleep again. This spirit takes me farther than this road that never ends. And my shadow sometimes leaves me, and I can't see too clear. But this yellow line I'm riding, it always gets me there. Guitar in my hand and breath in my chest. I hit the ground running like there's no tomorrow left. My shadow sometimes leaves me, and I can't see too clear. This yellow line I'm riding, it always gets me there. Yeah. And my shadow sometimes leaves me, and I can't see too clear. This yellow line I'm riding, it always leads me here. Then Texas. Try, this was a song prompt from the Denton Songwriters Guild. The song prompt was yellow paper, or colored paper. Sorry. So the song's called Colored Paper. She pasted memories to look back on later, to little scraps of colored paper placed in a book wrapped up in ribbon, laid on a shelf in plain sight hidden. Photos of family and picture show stubs, all the little things that reminded her of the times before we all were grown. In that big empty house, it did feel so alone. With those neatly arranged to smile at later, carefully laid tiny scraps of colored paper. Every page told a story of her life, years that sometimes escaped her mind. Children and grandchildren all were there. When she forgot a name, she'd sit and stare. Her mind, she knew, was almost gone. But with the little scrapbook, life would go on. In those pages of places, of people and time, she placed each little note on every line. In that collection of impressions to recall again later, carefully kept new on colored paper. I'm sorry to say, only found it later. Those photos of the life that made her, passed on to my sister for safekeeping. I saw her looking through it, quietly weeping. I guess those times now are all but gone. And Grandma kept a scrapbook like I write songs, just memories to sing again later, like little bits of life on colored paper. All right, do one more here. How about a train song? I wrote this first 3 train rides from Colorado to California. I hopped the Union Pacific, headed westbound, howling at the moon. Ow! A blanket of stars and my guitar, that's when I wrote this tune. A Midnight Express will get you there if you're having a worry, a reason to care. Headed down the track steady as she goes, it's like heavy metal, rock and roll. I rode it up and down to Sacramento when a railway man said you gotta go. I heated up iron till the trail went cold, riding heavy metal, rock and roll. Heavy metal, rock and roll, it shakes and quakes, it rattles my soul. I wasn't born on a train, but that's how I'll go, thanks to heavy metals, rock and roll. Every time I hear that whistle blow, I think of catching out and wonder where it's going. 'Cause I may sing like some country folks, but I love heavy metal, rock and roll. Heavy metal, rock and roll, it shakes and quakes, it rattles my soul. I wasn't born on a train, but that's how I'll go, thanks to heavy metal's rock and roll.
Follow your dreams, and they say, do what you want, and money will come.